contact sports, they place a tremendous amount of stress across the body, in your joints, ligaments, bones, tendons. And an athlete has to be in their tip-top shape and conditioning to play in these sports and to succeed. So even with that being said, if they're in tip-top shape and conditioning, they can still have injuries.
In a matter of seconds, your body, your brain, your passion for a game can change.
I sustained a broken ankle my sophomore year playing football, and then this past season I suffered a concussion in our sectional final game for lacrosse.
I had a concussion last year during football, and that kept me out for a couple of weeks.
Young athletes are getting bigger and stronger, making contact sports problematic for developing bodies. Since 2010, concussion rates among children and young adults have skyrocketed. They're up 500%. That's according to a study by fairhealth.org. And for athletes like Kian and Ryan, who have an elevated risk for further damage to their brain, safety has become paramount.
In the past, it was not looked at as that. You called it, got your bell rung, and you went back out there and played. Now we know there's a protocol on the go. There's time that has to happen for your brain to heal. Because if you have a successive second hit when your brain isn't recovered, then it could be life-threatening.
So what's being done to protect these developing athletes? Well, as for a prevention strategy, doctors say it starts with off-season training regimens.
So it's important to put time in outside of your 10-game schedule, and put the time in the summer and the winter to get bigger and stronger in a safe way.
In addition to training, schools and youth leagues across the nation have been instituting state-of-the-art equipment, sticking to strict concussion protocols, and putting player safety above all else.
Our district's great in getting us the best helmets, the top-of-the-line helmets that are supposed to be, minimize that risk. Then you go from the shoulder pads, which protect the heart, which there's, in lacrosse, there's been some significant injury deaths because of that impact right there.
We use the Guardian caps now for football, and that's been great for practices. Definitely softens some of the blows.
I've never really had a problem where I'm feeling unsafe wearing a helmet like that or anything. It covers the head well, and yeah, it does the job.
The girls in our district have started to wear helmets. They've taken that initiative, which is new. And as a coach, we just stress to the parents that we're teaching safety.
In the last decade, concussions and sports-related brain trauma have been in the public eye. That's all thanks to new reports, career-ending injuries at the professional levels, and even eye-opening films on the big screen. The jury, though, is still out on the long-lasting impacts of traumatic brain injuries and concussions. Advances in the medical field each year will continue to tell us more. But for now, our local school districts and youth leagues are taking matters into their own hands, doing all they can to protect aspiring athletes and to preserve the future of contact sports. In Corning, Ryan Ruff, 18 News.